Hello, everyone, and welcome to our live moon meditation. I'm just coming on a few minutes early to check if our chat box is going to work. And if it isn't, then I'm going to log off and try again. So I'm just waiting to see if anyone can write me a message in the chat box, and that way I can tell if I'm going to be able to see the chats coming in. Awesome. Okay, Katie, I can see it. Wonderful. Yay! So we're a few minutes excuse me, before schedule. And I've been recovering from a little bit of a cold. So as I'm thinking about it now, I should probably get a lozenge. So if you'll give me a second, I'll be right back. Hello, I'm back, and we're just about to get ready for our full moon meditation. I've been recovering from a cold, so I'm just getting a lozenge. So as we're getting started, I see people hopping on. This is awesome. So I would love to test out the chat bar with everyone. If you can type in just a hello so that I can see that it's working as you're coming in. There's a little bubble, cartoon bubble, that means you can chat, and just say hello if you will, so I can see that the chat box is functioning. Awesome. Hi, Elizabeth. Thanks for testing it out. So I can see Elizabeth's here. If you're joining, if you'll say hello in the chat box, that would be great as we start to have people coming in. Hi, Danielle. It's so great to see you. Hi, Ziva. Thanks for saying hello. As I mentioned, hi, Jane. I'm getting over a cold, so excuse the coughing. Hi, Margaret. Hi, Naomi. Oh, this is awesome. It's so nice to... Hi, Jessica. It's so nice to see you all as you come, as you're coming in. Hi, Shani. Shani, it's so nice to see you. It's been a long time. So if you're just joining, please do say hello. It also helps me get connected to the energy of who's joining us. All right. Hi, Heidi. Okay. So I'm going to do my best to minimize the coughing. As most of you know, I'm Zara of Yoga Goddess, and we're here together under the first full moon of spring, which is very exciting. The spring equinox was on March 20th, and today's April 12th, so the full moon was actually yesterday. But it's so wonderful to catch the pink moon with all of you and come together in this collective circle. So as everybody is slowly coming on, I just want to really acknowledge all the women that have been joining over the last few days and showing their interest. We have over 250 women signed up to watch the live cast. So whether you're joining us live right here, right now, or whether you're tuning into the replay, let's just take a moment to really acknowledge that such an enormous number of us are coming together virtually in this circle. And it's just such a powerful thing to imagine our circle is one of many circles around the world that are gathering for the pink moon, and for all the different full moons that come up through the seasons and through the year. Because the full moon is such a powerful time to connect with our intentions, That's actually our theme for today, is seeding our intentions. Before I get too much into that, I really want to invite you to drop in right here, right now, in answering a question from, hi Brenda, from deep within your being. So I'm going to ask you right here, right now, to really just take a deep breath and centering yourself, dropping down into the depths of your being, right down into your belly. And I'd like you to answer the question, why are you here? And see if you can wait for a response. Let that answer rise up from deep in the belly of your being, from the earth of your being. Why are you here? And you know, it may be deep, it may be superficial. Whatever comes, let it be right and true for you. So as we are gathering here, I'd love to hear what brings you here tonight. You can share where you're coming from, where you are in the world, and what brings you here under the full pink moon tonight. And as your responses come in, I'll just start to read them so we can all get a sense of our collective reasons, our collective calls of what brings us together under this very auspicious first full moon of spring. So why are you here? Hi, Ayana. So you can share where you are in the world and why you're here tonight. I'm imagining there's a little bit of a delay in in my asking the question and receiving the answers. All right, so Heidi says, I'm looking to connect with my inner essence, the real me that gets lost in the busyness of day to day. Hi, Heather. If you can share with us where you are and what brings you here tonight. Jane says she's here to find trust and inner peace. That's beautiful. Thank you, Jane. Hello, Rachel. Welcome. So as you're joining us, Obi says she's in a conference room in Mountain View, and I'm looking to break through creative blocks. Beautiful. Thank you. And Chantel's here to receive a higher state of spiritual awareness. Beautiful. And Emma's in Belfast, Northern Ireland. I want to find my inner peace and a calmness within myself to shed negativity that I feel within myself. I think so many of us can relate to that. And thank you, Emma, for naming and using that word shed, because this is really the season. As we emerge from the winter, the hibernation of the earth being frozen over, it is a time for rebirth. It is a time now for renewal, for that burgeoning new energy, those first buds of green as they poke through the earth. They really do, if you are in the northern hemisphere, that is. I know everybody in the southern hemisphere is experiencing the opposite. So bear with me. I'm speaking to those of us who are moving from winter into spring, and how there is that sense of things coming back to life, that we ourselves feel just more enthusiastic. Brenda's joining us from our living room. Great, Brenda. Thank you. And Nazdar, hello from Ontario, Canada. Okay, so, excuse me, going back to, as we, finish with that frozen over time of winter, we really start to feel, I know I do, I'm sure that you can relate as well, excited to be out in the world, making plans to see friends, going out into the world and actually feeling energy and enthusiasm. Excuse me. And it really mirrors the phase of our pre-ovulation time. For those of you who are here getting ready, whether through IVF like Isabel, or trying to conceive naturally, or if you're not trying to conceive, it's really important to still understand the fertility cycle that we cycle through every week and every month and every year, that we go through these 4 phases. And winter is like our menstrual phase, where everything kind of goes into a standstill. The cycle is essentially at a point where we are shedding our old lining. If fertilization didn't take place, then the body is shedding the uterine lining, getting ready for the new cycle. And so as the earth, unfreezes and starts to shed the ice and the snow and the cold, we start to become reborn. Similarly, as we cycle out of menstruation, thank you, Diana, who's joining us from Germany, we're really here in our pre-ovulation phase, in the springtime, maiden energy, to welcome in the new cycle, welcome in the new year. Persians celebrate the first day of spring as New Year, as I do. And isn't it a beautiful time to celebrate our lives and really think about our intentions? Because the earth is ripe for seeds of planting, and the seeds of planting are intentions. So tonight in our meditation, what we're going to be doing is connecting to that fertile soil of our earth in our bellies, in our wombs, and seeding our own intentions. So many of you shared such beautiful intentions with me on the support page before our meditation this evening. So if you haven't thought about your intentions yet, I want you to close your eyes right now and feel into the earth of your being, right into the depth of your belly, in your womb center. So let's do that right now, taking a deep belly breath, centering yourself in the garden of your womb space. What intentions do you want to seed under the light of the full pink moon? And if you missed my post, I'm going to share mine with you right here and right now. So I'm here intending to seed a more grounded presence in myself. I am here intending to seed a clarity of being who and what I am. I am here under the light of the full pink moon to seed the intention of creating loving boundaries, of knowing what I want and how I'm going to create it. Knowing who I am and what I want, letting go of control, safety and love, and most importantly, motherhood. So, if you haven't already shared your intentions, and so many of you did, and you feel like you want to share your intention, if something I shared with you has inspired you with an intention of your own that you'd like to share, please do share in our chat box. And I'm just going to, if I can easily, share some of the intentions. Give me a second. If I can bring it up. That we had, that were so beautiful, that came through on the Yoga Goddess support circle. And I'm just going to share a few of them with you. So We have conception from Sarah Cortez and welcoming a longed for baby to give my love to. It's so beautiful, Sarah. Gigi says a more grounded presence. Heather Van Dam, belief in my body's ability. Christine Alice, she's intending a more grounded presence, clarity of being who and what I am, creating loving boundaries, knowing what I want, asking for what I want, and safety and love. She's not quite ready for motherhood. So many of you said motherhood. So I just want to take a moment to, first of all, to acknowledge that so many of us are here with that beautiful intention of creating life from within the beings of our bodies to bring life forward into the world, and calling forward a soul that for us to birth into the world and nurture and care for and guide. And I think that's such an important intention, especially in the springtime, where the earth is actually ready and ripe to receive our seeds of, the crops that we're planting, the flowers, the trees. And as we, in the light of the full moon, because the earth herself is most fertile. When you plant under the light of the full moon, the harvests are known to be more abundant. As I've mentioned in previous posts, previous Facebook's lives, biodynamic farming is a practice, more so known in Europe, where when you plant, farmers actually plant under the full moon because of the crops and how they grow. And so, it's springtime, it's full moon time, and as we start this new cycle of the seasons, planting our intentions becomes even more powerful. And so in our meditation today, I'm going to guide you through a visualization in a really fun and beautiful way of planting our own intentions. Sorry, one second. As I mentioned, I'm getting over a cold. Okay. So the moon has such a powerful influence on us women, and especially on our menstrual cycles. And our cycles, they control our moods, our sex drive, how we communicate with our partners, and of course, our fertility. So understanding and leveraging your menstrual moon cycle and connection is so important. And that's what I'm here to teach you, and what Yoga Goddess is here to teach you. So by the end of the live cast, I'm going to share with you how you can start charting your cycle with the moon, and about lunar conception and how you can leverage your own lunar fertile phase, which sometimes for some women doubles our chances of conception. So make sure to stay on till the end. We're going to share the links below the video, and I'm going to tell you how to start doing those two practices, lunar conception and moon cycle charting. Whether or not you're trying to conceive, it's so important for you to be able to work with your menstrual moon connection, because as a woman, this is your birthright. And this is why I'm doing the work that I'm doing in the world, because I believe every woman has right to access this information, because these keys, they live inside your body. And as a woman, if you don't have access to this information, you're missing really key information, not just about your fertility, but as yourself, as a feminine being. So we're going to do all of that at the end, and I'm going to do my best to answer your questions about your menstrual moon connections. So feel free to type them into the chat box as we go, and I'll check in at the end if I've missed the question Katie from my team will send me the questions and we'll go from there. Okay, so let's just talk a little bit about the springtime maiden and the fertility cycle of the earth. So, as I mentioned earlier, the earth is softening. And so I want to invite you to consider what parts of you want to, need to, or are ready to be softened. So I like to think of, for me personally, sometimes there's parts of me that feel frozen in the face of, especially in the face of authority. So in your own life, whether it's a boss, whether it's a teacher or mentor, if you're in grad school, if you're in school, in university or in high school, wherever you might be, if you're on the fertility journey and you're going to a clinic and you have a fertility doctor, reproductive endocrinologist who's an authority, any expert in your life. For me, it's really important to be able to stay grounded in my being, present and connected in the face of whatever jarring energy comes my way. And especially for women on the fertility journey, we're receiving so much information all the time from different experts. And how do we stay grounded in our own beings? So I want to take a moment and just give you a second to think about in your own life. What do you want to unfreeze? What place in your being, in yourself, in how you interact with others, whether it's authority figures or your partner or your family members, where would you like to soften rather than freeze? And if you want to share that in the chat box, go ahead. Where might you be frozen in your life or respond in a way that you freeze up, maybe in the face of authority, maybe in some other aspect of your life that you would like to unfreeze or soften? Maybe being more present and more grounded. So as you take that moment to consider that for yourself, I'll just wait, giving you that space, and if those of you who are ready to share, you can type in your answer into the chat box. As we prepare for our meditation, I'd like you to really think about what parts of your life are thawing out, what you might be shedding, or how I put it, where you'd like to unfreeze yourself. I'll give it a few more moments. I'm not getting any responses, so I'm hoping the chat box is still working. What are you ready to let go of as we bring in the new? Oh, okay. So it says, I'm getting a message that it seems the chat box is no longer working. So Kodisha Soul Scribe says, I would like to unfreeze around family. Perfect, thank you. And Heather Van Dam is softening self-doubt and the fear of the unknown. Jane Bauer says she would like to unfreeze her lack of trust in her body. Thank you so much. Emma, I always give missed signals with people I'm unsure of. Thank you so much, Emma, for sharing. Danielle, I have trouble standing by my beliefs and boundaries around certain people. It's a beautiful and powerful thing to share, and something that I also resonate with. So creating loving boundaries for me is my intention around something like that. And Natalie Luma says, I want to unfreeze from the seriousness I carried this winter. All is well, and I can remember to be playful again. Beautiful. Rachel says, soften my judgment towards others. Isabel, let go of fear. And Obi, I'd like to thaw my musical self. She's been on ice for almost a decade. Thank you so much, ladies, for sharing. It really helps me and all of us feel each other in this virtual circle. Okay, so now that we have our intentions and clarity around what we're letting go of, I'm just adjusting the camera. Okay. What I'd like for us to do now is move into our meditation. And I'm going to be sitting back, so I'm just adjusting this. Okay. So I'm going to invite you to get into a comfortable position. And whether that means lying down, which you're most welcome to do, or sitting up. Ideally, if you're sitting, you want to feel really supported wherever you're seated. So you can sit back, getting the support of the chair where you are, or like I said, lying down on the ground or in your bed. And let's just take a moment to get into a comfortable position. And take a couple of centering breaths in and out through the nose. And you might want to exhale with a sigh through the mouth. Let's try that a couple more times. And one more time. All right. So starting to take some deep breaths in and out through your nose. Slowing down the breath. Feeling yourself supported by where you're seated or where you're lying down. Start to really sink into the comfort of that support. Feel your back and your hips where they're making contact, and let your weight sink into that support even more, letting go more and more. And as you continue to breathe and deepen with your breath, start to breathe down, down, down into your belly and down deep into your womb space. Take a moment to imagine yourself in your own womb space, walking around. In a circle, in a spiral, and follow that spiral down deep into the darkness and the warmth of the earth. Follow the spiral down into Mother Earth, into the rich, red, fertile soil of her womb. And then imagine that you are taking a journey and you've come across some tree roots and you're starting to connect in your own body to your own roots, grounding and planting, anchoring your roots into the earth, feeling that connection. And as you feel your roots, follow this image of walking through a path of tree roots up to the surface of the earth into a beautiful lush meadow. And there waiting for you is a cute little bunny rabbit. And he's so excited to see you. He's hopping around and he's asking you to take a journey with him, a little walk in the meadow. And as he hops along and you follow through the flowers and the trees, there's a beautiful stream that you are walking beside. And then the bunny leads you to a clearing where there is a field of eggs, colorful, beautiful eggs sprinkled amongst the flowers. And these eggs, they hold all of our intentions, all of the intentions that we've shared here together under this pink full moon. And they're here for all of us. And there's a basket waiting for you. And you are invited now to gather your eggs. Whether or not you know at this very moment which intention is held within which egg, it doesn't matter. For now, just begin to pick up the different eggs in this beautiful field that are calling to you. Pink and blue, yellow and orange, purple, all the different colors of the rainbow. You're filling up your basket. See yourself frolicking in joy and excitement, gathering up all of your eggs. And then the bunny asks you to follow him again, and he guides you back along the path, along the stream, back to your womb tree. And the womb tree opens her trunk, opens her womb to let you back in. And you bring with you your basket of eggs, coming back into your own womb space, the fertile earth of your being. Take a moment to connect with your own earth. Feeling it and touching it in this garden of your womb, running your fingers through the soil. And then begin to drop, sending one egg at a time, one intention at a time, into the fertile earth of your being. And the springtime maiden is here with you, holding the space, creating a beautiful bubble of light in your womb center as you plant each seed of your intentions. Let's do that together now. And if you know what these intentions are, silently or out loud, you can call them out as you plant. And as you finish planting your seeds into the fertile earth of your womb, take a deep breath in. Begin to imagine the luminous full moon above your head and an opening through your crown. And all of the four goddess energies, the four goddesses, the maiden, the mother, the enchantress, and the wise woman, they are gathered here around the full moon in the sky. And they are pouring the light, silvery, white, silvery light, blue and white mixed together, along with pink from the pink moon, this liquid light of all colors, silver and gold, pink, pouring down from the moon through your crown, filling up your entire being with light. Just open to receive that now. And begin to feel the moonlight washing through your aura and over your skin, bathing you in its silvery light. And now begin to imagine the golden light pouring from the four goddess energies through the crown of your head, liquid gold pouring down into your womb like the sunshine, connecting and fertilizing the earth of your womb. Take that golden liquid light in now. Moonlight all around you, golden sunshine light into your womb space. And feel that mixture of energy around you and within you, merging and connecting. And just take a moment to smile in awareness of your womb space and the fertile earth of your being, in acknowledgement of your intentions being planted under the light of the first spring moon, the full pink moon, and held in the energy of the four goddess energies: the maiden of spring, the mother of summer, the enchantress of autumn, and the wise woman, crone of winter. Feel them encircling you, encircling all of us, as we all hold hands in this virtual circle, surrounded by the four goddesses, the four seasons, the four moon phases, all encapsulated, all held within each of us as woman. And take a deep breath in. Just take a moment to maybe bring your hands together in a moment of acknowledgement and gratitude. Acknowledging yourself, acknowledging your four goddess energies, the moon, and our virtual circle. And when you're ready, coming back, I'm just gonna get back in since my chat is not working. And slowly as you come back, taking a breath, coming back to the room, coming back to our call. Thank you for sharing this wonderful full moon energy with us. I just want to say that every full moon, it's such a pleasure to be with all of you and share this sacred space. It helps me to get connected to my own intentions, leading all of you. So thank you so much for that. And, you know, I would love for each and every one of you to take this deeper and connect with your own moon menstrual connection, learning about the four phases of your own cycle and how your energies manifest in each phase of your menstrual moon cycle, how you relate to the energies of the maiden, the mother, the enchantress, and the wise woman, the seasons of your own cycle, and how connecting with each of these goddess energies can help you to understand your own personal rhythms, maximize and optimize your energy, your downtime, times of rest, times of play, connect more deeply, sensually, intimately, lovingly with your partner, when the best time to talk to your partner, when the best time it might be to avoid confrontation. All of that information is encoded in your menstrual cycle, if you can believe it. And you have a right to have access to this information. So our Moon Cycle Charting Mastery program, it's really, really accessible for anyone who wants to learn how to chart their cycle with the moon. And we're actually bundling it with lunar conception after this live cast. So if you're trying to conceive, you can actually get both programs for one really low price. And you can maximize your fertile times using the moon. And for some that means one ovulation time that you can optimize and really take advantage to its full power by aligning it with the moon phase that you're in your natal. When you were born, what was the phase of the moon? So that's what natal fertile time means. So I teach you all about how to calculate that, how to change if you want to try and change your cycle to so that you are ovulating with the full moon. There's nothing wrong with having a cycle, the red moon cycle, if you're trying to conceive, where you ovulate with the new moon. It actually means you might have 2 fertile windows, but you want to know how to optimize those times. I think we might have some questions. Thanks, Claire. I appreciate all of you bearing with me as I coughed through the entire live cast, which was much less than I was last week with strep throat. So you have this information we're going to share with you right below the video, so you can check out the links. You can get one, just the Moon Charting Mastery Program for under $50, or Lunar Conception, which is only $35 on its own, or you can get them together for a special bundle at $77. So we'll share the links with you below, and I just so happy to be here with all of you. I hope to help you go deeper into your exploration of your menstrual moon connection, because that's what we do here at Yoga Goddess. Thank you all for being here. If you have any comments that you want to share, please send your love and feedback in the video below. As we sign off, I'd love to hear from you how this meditation was, what insights you might have gleaned as we were deep in our intentions, and if anything surprised you in connecting to the earth of your being, to your own womb space. I know for some of us it's a totally foreign concept to connect with the womb, to connect with the moon and our goddess energies, and that's why I'm doing this work, to really give you access to those keys to your feminine wisdom that are encoded inside of you, and we've always had access to it. Sometimes, though, you just need a guide to show you how to turn the key in the lock and get to that treasure. So thank you, Cheyenne, for your beautiful feedback. She says, thank you, Zara, for your guidance, and thanks to everyone for such lovely energy, radiating good vibes. Thank you. Iana, what a beautiful name, says, thank you, Zara. I truly appreciate you and the work you're doing. Thank you so much, Iana. Thank you, all of you. So wonderful, like I said, to share this space with you. We're at 6:15, which is our perfect ending time. I like to keep these live casts at about 45 minutes. We'll be back here in April. We have a special surprise for you with the full moon in April and the Festival of Beltane, which is the festival of sexual union and love. So that'll be really exciting to see you back in May for our next live cast. Heather says, this meditation was amazing. I felt the goddess energy. Oh, thank you, Heather. That's such beautiful feedback. And Danielle says, wonderful energy in that meditation. Feel better. Thank you. I'm feeling a lot better than I was. So keep on connecting with the goddess. Our moon meditations, they're included for free in Moon Charting Mastery, or you can get them for just $10 separately. So one way or the other, I hope you continue with this exploration with the goddess through your cycle this month, and we'll see you back next month. Sending you love. Bye for now, and happy pink moon.